All right, you guys. Good stuff. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Coach Robin, and I am so excited to be with you again. I told you I'm doing my best to be on at 10 a.m. each morning. I was on Monday, I was on Tuesday. Yes, and I had to travel yesterday, so I was not on yesterday, but I am on today. It's Thursday, so woo, your girl is back. I told you I am committed, I am excited. Those of you, you know that you follow me, that I am blessed to take care of my mom and my dad, and so I now have a home assistant or whatever you want to call her that comes in and helps me. And so she makes sure that they are great and she does their breakfast and, all that good stuff so that I am able to work comfortably and know that they are well taken care of. So I can be back on now in the mornings consistently. I was trying to do the evening thing, but your girl's just not an evening person, right? My close friends know that about 8 o'clock, I'm ready for bed, right? So I'm just not my best self. So I am excited that I have worked it out and I am back on in the morning. So make sure I'd love for you, of course, to connect with me over on Facebook so that you can see my slides and anything that I might be showing. Let's see, I'm pulling it up right now so that I can engage with the people. Good, there it is. Good stuff. All right, good, good, good. So, I told you all that I was building out my new YouTube channel. So, you're going to be able to find these videos over on YouTube under the Ware Agency. So, if you miss the broadcast, don't worry about it. You will be able to experience it later over on YouTube. So, I love, love, love the conversation that we had on yesterday and even on Tuesday and on Monday. I, of course, talked a little bit about, let's see, what is Prophet J. Smith saying? What does that say? Eight. Look, I'm trying to make sure I can read over here on, I'm not sure what you're saying, Prophet J. Smith, so say it again for me. But I'm trying to get the cameras right so that Instagram can see me and I can interact as well as Facebook. But this Saturday, I have a webinar coming up. So on Monday, I talked about, of course, some crisis management stuff as it related to Kanye West and hosting a guest like a Kanye. And so I will be doing a webinar. It's a church crisis webinar on this Saturday. So if you are interested in that, please go to my website. As a matter of fact, there you go. Those over on Facebook, you get to see a screenshot of my website. When you go to thewareagency.com, you'll see across the top of the page my the name of the webinar, and you just click that, and you can register for the webinar. So super excited about that. All right. Let me know that you guys can hear me. He says I was thanking you. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do, you guys? I'm gonna move this closer. We're gonna get this right. Y'all be patient with me because I am determined that I am going to um, be able to read this script. There we go. I think I got it, you guys. Um, there we go. Uh, all right. I am determined. You all know I am a hospitality type person, and so it matters to me that people can see me and I can read, yes, their comments. So let's see here. I'm going to scroll back. I was teasing you about my 8 p.m. bedtime. Gotcha. Yes, I go to bed. I absolutely go to bed. So and you know what? You have to operate when you're at your optimum level. And so mine is in the morning. Yes. Look, that's how I stay beautiful, Prophet. I get my rest. So I know you guys get your rest too. You just get it at different But anyway, so the webinar, the Church Crisis webinar, is this Saturday. So it is at 10 a.m. Again, the link is on my website. So I want to invite you all to join me there. So I see you guys joining in on Instagram. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so today, you guys, we are going to be talking about the one thing. Everybody type a number one in the comment box. Type a number one in the comment box. The one thing that every church should be doing that is interested in church growth, yes, and staying connected to their members. The one thing. I see all my pastors on. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. This is for you. Yes, and those of you that are leaders in ministry, this is for you as well. Let me see what you guys are saying over here on Facebook. Good morning. Hey, family. Give you guys some love over there. All right. So, the one thing that you should be doing you should be doing as a part of your church growth strategy is, drum roll, I'm going to type it in here over on Facebook, is email marketing. That's it. It is email marketing. Everybody type in the two words email marketing. Email marketing. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, we do email marketing. No. You know, when you hang out with me, I give you next level strategies and tools to do and follow as it relates to the different teachings that I give you. So get ready. Make sure you got something to take notes with, because I'm going to give it to you. Oh, can you guys see the difference in the lighting? Yes, on Monday I had some challenges with the lighting, but that was because I had taken the lights out for an event and I didn't set them back up right. But I did it. Yes, we are much more visible, and I'm lit, like the young people say. Yeah, ooh, y'all see it? I did it. I did it. I didn't really use the word like in slang, I guess. I'm just more lit. I tried, right? I am more lit because of all the lighting that I have surrounding me today. So let's get ready, you guys. We are going to be talking about email marketing now. In my new book, Wow Your Guest, one of the strategies I talk about is email marketing. So you're going to get a little bit of insight as to what I talk about in the book. But even beyond that is just some reasons to kind of help you guys understand the importance of email marketing. Now, in the book, I talk about one of the ways that you can wow your visitors is to provide them with an email invite to meet the pastor or leadership team for a reception immediately following service. So you may be saying, well, how in the world, do you get a person's email address that fast that you can send them an invite to a reception immediately following service? Well, I'm going to give you that too. All right. So you got to stay tuned though to get that. But before we get to that point, one of the things that, as a matter of fact, I took a call, I did a consultation with a pastor, and they shared with me that they share information with their leaders, right? Their leadership team, but sometimes the content gets clogged up. And like a drain, if it's clogged up, nothing can get past that clog. So today I'm going to help you unclog, yes, your communication drain. All right. I'm going to help you unclog your communication drain. So make sure you invite somebody to watch this broadcast. Again, it's going to be really good. It's going to be full of great, great information. Now, email marketing only works if you collect email addresses. Simple, right? It's not huge revelation, right? It only works if you collect email addresses. And one of the things that I tell my clients is that you should continuously ask for email addresses. So whether you do it from your during your new members process, you should ask for the email address of the people that are joining your church, and they should automatically be added to your email marketing system. Now, what happens typically is that members join and they go through an onboarding process through your new members or assimilation ministry. But I'm saying that you should take their email address immediately and give it to your marketing communications team so that they can add it to your church email database so that they immediately begin to receive the communications that are sent out to the church. Now, your new members and assimilation team, my prayer is that they have an onboarding process that includes a series of emails as well. So that's a whole separate conversation. But I'm just talking about building your email database off of, by continuously asking for email addresses. So you should ask them from your worshipers, you should ask for them from your guests, you should ask for them from really anybody that is connected with your ministry. So through Facebook, some of the systems, the email marketing systems, they provide a plug-in or a widget that you can post on your Facebook page that people can join. They can opt in to add their email address to your list. Now, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I don't want you to run and go do that until you hear this whole teaching, because there's a strategy as to how you do that. There's a rhyme and a reason, right? And I want you to make sure you do it right so that you get the maximum result. So that's number one. Number two is, in order to enhance church growth, is to then create an email schedule. All right. It's important. A crucial component of any successful email marketing campaign is that you have consistency. Everybody type consistency. Yes, you want consistency in your email marketing strategy. So you have to decide, and I talk about it again in my book. You have to decide what days of the week you're going to send out your email campaigns. Now, those of you that are signed up on my email list, every time I go live, I send out an email. Well, that's my goal, right? That is my goal, that I send out an email. And so I'm reading the comments, you guys. Let's see. Let me get that right. Okay, good. Hey there. I see you on my Facebook, folks. My Nisha's on. Lady Marla Reed. Happy belated birthday. I did put happy birthday on your Facebook page. Glad to see you on. Good. Prophet J. Smith said, yep, absolutely, or it doesn't get cascaded down correctly. So it is important that you decide what days of the week are we going to send out an email. Now, I send out an email inviting you to watch me live. Obviously, I'm not a church. And so my database is comprised of people like you that support me and that want to hear from me on a regular basis. And so one of the ways that we do that is, of course, I invite you to opt into my email list. So I just put it on Facebook for you guys to text my last name, Ware, to the number 22828. So y'all type that in for me. This is one of the ways that I collect email addresses. And when you text that SMS code and you put in my last name, it's going to ask you to put in your email address. So follow the prompts when you put in your email address. And if you've done this before, if you get emails from me, you don't need to do it again. But for those of you that may be new or you're watching this broadcast and you don't get emails from me, then it's for you to do it. So the system then adds you to my email list. Now, from a coaching standpoint, the reason why this is important is because it communicates to me that these are the people that want to hear from me. These are the people that want to hear from me. Thank you, Kim, for putting that on Instagram. And so you want to do the same thing in church. As a matter of fact, again, I talk about it in my book, that from the pulpit, when you are welcoming and greeting your visitors, one of the ways you make a visitor feel like a guest, meaning, visitor is somebody that may come in and out. That's a visitor. But a guest is somebody that you prepare for to stay and to stay a while. So that's why my book is called Wow Your Guests versus Wow Your Visitors, because we want people that want to stay, right? That's who we're trying to wow. So you tell them during the worship experience, when you're welcoming them, to text that short message code to whatever your 5-digit number is and follow the prompts. All right. And so the next part is that they will get an email, just as you all are going to get an email from me offering you how to stay connected to me. You all would do the same thing for your respective ministries or businesses. If you have a business, this works for any type of genre or industry. So you would respond. It would have an automatic email that would be sent to that person saying, join us for a welcome reception immediately following service. All right. So, see, I gave you a little insight. I explain it. There's a few more little pieces to it. And of course, I explain that in my book. So if you don't have the book, thank you, Kim, for putting that on Instagram. But you can order the book, of course, through the Ware Agency, thewareagency.com/wow. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and give y'all that so that you can see that my new book, Wow Your Guest, is available. All right. So it is important, though, that you have consistency. So let's keep going. Number 3 is to add images to your emails. There's a saying, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. So if your ministry is great and you want people to know that, then you should share pictures with them, showing them just how wonderful your ministry is. So you want to include current images in your email blast. And I even talk about kind of the strategy around what type of images you should include in your email blast. All right. So all of that, of course, is in my book as well. All right. Somebody is saying, let me just do this right here over here on Facebook. They're asking me how can they get it. So let me give you the link that I want you to use so that you can go ahead and opt in and check out the email marketing system that I recommend. I'll put it right here for you. All right, so there's a clickable link already out there for you on Facebook. Let me put it on the screen for you guys. There you go. Alrighty, so this email marketing system that I just put the link out for you, it also includes this text to join feature. Woohoo! I told you, if you hung out with me today, I was going to give you the juice. That's right. There it is. It's actually one system that does 2 great things. So for those of you, maybe you're on Instagram and so you can't see the link, I am going to email out the link. All right. I'm going to share it with you, but you got to be on my email list. So make sure you text my last name to the number 22828 so that you can get the link. Let me be upfront with you, because I use this system and I love it so much. I am a business partner of the company. And so I do get a thank you seed, right, for recommending you. It doesn't cost you anything. So I want to give you that link. So please, please, please click the link that I send out so that I will get credit for it. All right. And then for those of you that are watching on Facebook, of course, it is in the comment section so that you can get it. Look, Prophet J. Smith said, I want the juice. I know that's right. God bless you, man of God. I love it. All right. And let's see. I want to talk about kind of the reasoning behind using this system. Number one, and it is a big number one, is it works through automation. Write that in the comments. Automation. It works through automation. I get it. A lot of ministries do not have full-time marketing people. And so they don't have, they're relying on volunteers. And if that volunteer is not there, sometimes everybody can't be there on Sundays. And so if they're not there and they were doing everything manually, then, what do you do? Well, this system works through automation. So once you set it up one time, it works. So you don't have to go back and check it. You don't have to reset it. You don't have to do any of that. It does it for you. So that is a big number one. It is a huge number one. Automation. Number two is it is easy. It's so super easy. In fact, it's so easy that if you have any trouble setting it up, my team is going to cringe, but I am about to offer to help you by giving you my email address. All right. So there's my email address, rware@thewareagency.com. If you need help setting it up, I promise you, I am going to, that's what I'll do. I'll record a video walking you through the steps as to how to set it up. So for those of you that want to get that, shoot me an email and I'll send it to you. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to email me. I will send it out through the email list, right? So that way I only have to do it one time. I'll send it out to everybody on my email list. So I'll record my screen of how to set up your information with that system. All right, make it super super easy for you. And then number three is it's inexpensive. So I told you automation is key. That is why you need this system. Number two, it's easy. And then number three, it is inexpensive. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the price. There's a free trial, but then the price is like $15. $15, regardless of the size of your business. Regardless of the size of your ministry, you can afford it. And if there's one thing that I regret not doing when I initially started my business, that would be building an email list. I was probably 3 or 4 years into my business before I got that revelation. Now that's some more juice, all right? So it is important that you have an email list. Why is that? Well, goes to my next point, number 4. It's controllable. It is controllable. Whatever the narrative is that you want to say, that you want to communicate, you can do it through email and you can reach everybody at the same time. A lot of pastors, and leaders, we're telling stuff on our Facebook pages or we're doing it across the pulpit. But if everybody's not there that Sunday, they don't get the message. And if, Lord knows with all the algorithm changes that Facebook has done, the chances aren't great that everybody that follows you or that likes your page is going to see your post, right? But if you send out an email, you are 100% guaranteed that the person received it. It's a matter of them opening it and reading it. Now, we can't, promise that people will open it and read it, but we can promise that we sent it out. And that's what our members rely on us for, is that we are, consistent to doing what we said we would do. Okay, Prophet J. Smith, thank you for your info, for your question. He says, can contacts be moved from MailChimp to the provider that I suggest? And yes, it can. And really, really, really simple how to do that. All right. So really, really simple in how to do that. All right. So let's see here. What else do I have? Now, the system will walk you through how to do it, but it's super, super simple. And again, I don't mind if you want to reach out to me and ask me questions about how to do that. As a matter of fact, I have probably personally used 4 different email systems. And I've used, it's Constant Contact, I'll tell you that. I've used Constant Contact the longest. And even though in my business, I also use ConvertKit. I use ConvertKit because I need sales funnels. So that's for the entrepreneurial side of what I do. And so Constant Contact does offer the ability to segment lists, but it doesn't offer sales funnels. So again, that's a whole nother level. Churches don't need sales funnels. And so a system like ConvertKit, some of those others, they're a little bit too robust for what you need. Now, depending on the number of email addresses that you collect, it still may make sense to use a more robust system. So that's, again, I don't want to confuse you, but for this teaching, I'm definitely suggesting that your ministry invest in using the constant contact and using the link that I send out to you. Another reason, your email marketing is measurable. You're able to see who's opening your email. You're able to see what time of day they open it. You're able to see, you can run split A/B testing, and all that means, I don't, want to get too technical, but if you want to increase the odds that people read your emails, you might want to send out an A version of your email and a B version of your email and see which one is read, which one is opened the most. All right. And so that's what split A/B testing refers to. All right. And then, of course, I just mentioned about sales funnels, but one thing Constant Contact does, it does allow you to segment your list. Everybody type segment. Segmenting is important, right? Segmenting is important because there will be some things that you need to communicate to only certain groups. So in your church, you may have a men's group, men's ministry. You may have women's ministry. You may have the youth ministry. You may have the young adult ministry. You may have the choir. You may have the ushers. So internally, you will want to segment your list and have those people on their own respective list. So it's really simple. You would ask the choir to give you all of the email addresses for everybody in the choir. And then when you load them in the system, you create that segmented list and you name it choir. Simple. So when you're sending out something and you want to just speak directly to the choir, you don't have to go into your email provider, Gmail or whomever you use, and type up all the email addresses or try to go find where you've got them, saved on your computer in a list format, and copy and paste into your email. No, you do not have to do that. You simply would go into your Constant Contact and type up your email and then click the list for the choir and then hit send. And then that email goes to that segment. Isn't that awesome? Yes, give me a heart, some love. Let me know that you are loving this content that I am sharing with you. See, I am here to be a blessing. That's right. As a church consultant, I always tell my clients, that I'm not here trying to get a job at your church. Nope. I am here just to make your team better. That's it. And I realize that because I've been blessed to be exposed and travel and go all across the country, I have experienced ministry on multiple levels and done multiple ways. I was just going through my schedule with my team yesterday, and in January, I'll be going to LA. How many of you all know they do church differently in LA? Yeah, not Lower Alabama. I'm talking about Los Angeles, California, right? They do church differently in LA. And so as a result, I always, I learn how they do things differently there. I learn how they do things. Let's see, I'll be going to Connecticut. I got a full schedule for the first quarter. I'm so excited. God is so faithful. And so I come back though, and I share all of that insight with you all on my broadcast, which where am I taking these and posting them? On YouTube. That's right. So you'll be able to go over to the Ware Agency. Yes, over on YouTube, and go and watch my videos after the fact. All right. So let's see. And I had one more point. I want to make sure. Okay, nope, that was it. Good. Segmentation. That is huge. It's like a money point. When you segment your list, literally, A lot of churches have the same problem, and that is, again, communication is clogged. It gets bottlenecked at a certain point because the leaders, for whatever reason, may or may not share the information. All right. Or they choose who they think should have the information. That's a whole nother conversation, right? Um, However, when you have the email address of your members, of your leaders, even the visitors, you're able to be selective about sending it out, and you relieve your ministry of this one problem that every church has. And drum roll, that problem is that everybody wants the pastor to make their announcement over the pulpit. I'm telling you, it's the same problem in every single church. Ministries think that the one way to get information out is by the pastor sharing it across the pulpit. Well, I'm here to refute that. Yes, if you train your people to receive information through email marketing, then your leaders will begin to trust that as an option. And they won't put so much pressure on the pastor to add 8 to 12 minutes onto the service, onto the worship experience, doing announcements. All right. So, and even, people will say, oh, well, you could put the announcements on Facebook. Listen, if your Facebook page is full of announcements, it's going to be just like your church. People are going to turn a deaf ear because people find announcements boring, right? So unless you really zhuzh them up, make them jazzy, people aren't prone to focus on them and pay attention. However, when you send them out via email, typically they are in the headspace to receive information. They're not distracted by children sitting by them or, an usher asking them to scoot down so somebody else can come, sit on the pew or in the chair next to them. They're not distracted by, listening to the background music that's playing while the announcements are going on, all the different things that we do while we're doing the announcement. So email marketing is king. All right. So, good stuff. I'm looking here at the comments. That's right. Good. Thank you, Pastor Brenda. She said, that is good, Robin. I've spoken at their church and done a leadership session. Thank you so much. Manisha says, yep. And everybody won't see the post. That's absolutely right. Over here on Facebook. Yep. Prophet J. Smith said that is definitely a money point. Well, listen, you guys, let me see. I want to make sure that you use the link that I gave you. As a matter of fact, let me put it back here on Facebook, and I will be adding it in the bottom of this video if you're watching this on YouTube. And let me just go ahead and say, welcome to my people watching this on a replay on YouTube. So glad to have you connect. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell on my YouTube page. I tell you, I'm just growing and I thank God for it. I never profess to know everything. And so my goal is as I learn and grow that I bring you right along with me. All right. So I want you to check out email marketing using the link that I sent you so that they can be a blessing to your girl. All right. So again, it doesn't cost you anything. Wow. Look at this. Precious Scott, you are a blessing. She is on Facebook and she must have tagged about 12 people and told them to go back and watch this video on church growth. That is awesome. As a matter of fact, Precious, I want you to shoot me your inbox me your address. I'm going to send you a little something as a thank you for sharing this broadcast with so many people. I'm going to be a blessing because you bless me. All right. So thank you guys for hanging out. Now, do you have any questions? Let's see. Any questions over here on Instagram? I see you guys taking notes. Thank you so much. Any questions over here on Instagram? Good. Prophet J. Smith said this is amazing material. Woohoo! Super excited about that. I appreciate your feedback. He's always so supportive of your girl. So thank you so much for that, man of God. While you guys are typing your questions, again, I want to share. Let's see, I will be in the D next week. Yes, I'll be traveling to cold, snowy Detroit next week. I'll be with Triumph Church. Super excited about that. I am with them on an event planner side. I'm doing some work for an event that they have coming up. So I'm not speaking, but I'll be there working. And then the first Saturday in December, I will be in Richmond, Virginia. Yes, I will be speaking at Liberation Church. I will be doing their end of the year leadership training. So I think that's a private event. So it's not open for the public to attend, but I just ask you to keep me in your prayers as I will be there. And then the first Saturday in January, your girl will be in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So I don't know my schedule off the top of my head, but anyway, I just wanted to share those updates with you. So for those of you that are in those respective areas, that's why you got to be on my email list, because I do share via email where I'm going to be. I would love to meet you out on the road. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Any other questions? Hey, Denise, glad to see you on. My sister is on. Denise and I went to undergrad together. Love you, sis. Let's see here. Precious says, thank you for all the information. You're a jewel. Uh, good. All right. Prophet J. Smith says that you all need my email list again. Let me give you that. All right. And I'll type it in the comment box. Text my last name. Text Ware to the number 22828. All right. So I put that there for you guys. Good. Monica Sellers says she lives in Detroit. Manisha says she's enjoying the book. Yay. Thank you so much. Let me put that comment out there. Y'all share that with me. It makes me feel so good to know that my book is a blessing. Yeah, you see my notes here. I was getting ready for a training that I did. As a matter of fact, speaking of training, let me just share this, you guys. Tonight, here in Atlanta, I am blessed to be a blessing. I'm going to be leading our singles ministry. I'm the overseer of singles. I'm going to be leading our singles ministry in an etiquette dinner for high school students at an alternative school. So these students are a little older. They're not your traditional aged high school students, but I'm leading an etiquette dinner to teach them how to dine with millionaires. Isn't that awesome? When I tell you, I ask God for creative ways to be a blessing, creative ways to share the gospel. You know, this is a school that we are going into to do this dinner. So we couldn't invite them to church, but how about I'm taking the church to them? So we're doing a 5-star sit down dinner. We have hired a caterer and everything. I'll go and do a live about how I was able to pull this off. The dinner's absolutely free. We got 25 students that are coming to the dinner. And so that is tonight. Your girl, I've been traveling like almost every day, but I always want to make sure that I'm faithful to the assignment in my local ministry. And so this is an event that God gave me, or strategy that God gave me. And so I put this event together. So that is tonight. Yes. And then tomorrow night, we are doing the ultimate vision board party. And so that, of course, is open to the public. So if you're watching this and you're in the Atlanta area and you want to participate in the ultimate vision board party, you, of course, can shoot me an email. It's only $20. And I will give you the link so that you can register for that as well. So I'll put my email address up on the screen, rware@thewareagency.com, if you want to come to the vision board party on Friday night. Whew, I tell you, I got a lot going on, right? Because then the webinar is on Saturday morning. So the webinar is on Saturday morning. And for those of you that say I may not be able to make the webinar, you know that the replay will be available for all of those that paid. And let me say this, the webinar is $97. For those of you that choose to maybe register later and watch it, it will be available, but it will be $147. So y'all got to get on my entrepreneurs video so I can teach you the strategies as to how to build income streams. Yes, getting paid for information and how to share it, and how it can be a blessing to your life and to your ministry. All right. So I see you, Emily Fernandez. She also copied and shared this broadcast with some folks. So you give me your address and put it in my inbox, and I will send you a little something too. Yep, I don't mind. I am blessed to be a blessing. Good. Tamika says that good, that she will be getting my book. Awesome. It is wowyourguestbook.com, or you can just go to my website, of course, and you can get the book there as well. All right. Monica, I love you. She says, I do have a question. Those perfume bottles on your desk. Where did you get those? They are beautiful. Okay, so I know all my guys that are watching, you probably like, now, Robin, why are you talking? Ask, right? She asked. So these are my babies. All right. Let me hold it up so you guys can see. Can y'all see how beautiful this one is? Let me show you guys over here on Instagram. It is, they're diamond cut. Ooh, they're heavy. Let me see if I can lift this one. This is the tall one. Yes. And I bought 3 of them. And then this is the third one. Yes. So I got these at Z Gallery. Yep. Got them at Z Gallery. Thought that they were beautiful. Oh, and I also got this from Z Gallery. Rule the World. It is a ruler. I think I paid like, I don't know, $35 for this. So it was a little expensive. But I thought it was so cute, right? Rule the World. It is an acrylic ruler that I really, really loved. Now, these perfume bottles, they were a slight investment. Yes, they were a slight investment. But again, same thing. Look at that. I love that. Now you guys can read it. Yay! But anyway, my sister actually blessed me with these. So we were in Z Gallery, and I was like, "Woo, I like this," but wow, this is an investment. And so she said, "You deserve it." And I said, "Well, I bought some things, so I'm trying to, stick to my budget." And she said, "Well, I'm gonna get them for you." So she got those. Oh, and then you guys, I got the matching. This is a letter opener, a magnifying glass, and a mirror. Yep. All of these, and they got bling on them. Aren't they just cute? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I know Prophet J. Smith. I know y'all are like, Robin, but this is the girly side of me. So I just wanted to show y'all all my beautiful little trinkets. It just makes my desk so pretty. And I like pretty things. So, all right. I think that's it. So thank you, Miss Monica, for asking that. Let's see. Patricia Ann Jackson says, "I hope you can come and visit Pittsburgh soon." I would love to come and visit Pittsburgh soon. You just have to invite your girl. Yep. Would love, love, love to be there. There's Carrie. That's my girl. She's on saying booked and busy. I tell you, God is faithful. I'm booked and busy, but I'm also building. Yeah, I do the work to build. So I always tell people that, this stuff doesn't just happen. Yes, your girl is putting the work in. All right. Oh, you guys, listen, 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 listen. Here he is. This is Pastor J. Patrick. He's probably going to get me for this. He's one of my newer brothers, so he's, just getting to learn his sister Robin. But I told him when I was a speaker at the Church Builder Summit, an amazing church strategies conference that he hosts for, I'll say millennials, but also for emerging pastors that really want someone that they can connect with and connect. Connect with and can hear from. And so I was a speaker there, and we were like kindred spirits. I'm telling you, he loves ministry excellence just like I do. I thought, okay, he's my twin as it relates to ministry excellence. You all know I have a twin in real life, right? So my actual birth twin brother, his name is Robert. He lives in Texas, but Pastor J. Patrick is my ministry twin. He gets it. And so it was just such a blessing to be there as a part of his ministry. So he's on now watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, sorry. He says, "I love what you do to help churches." Well, I love what you do, sir, to help churches. He and his wife, Pastor Ashley, they are just a dynamic duo. Their church, Liberation Church, is where I'm going to go the first Saturday in December. They are in Richmond, Virginia. So if you're in that area and you're looking for a church home, I would ask you to consider their ministry. As a matter of fact, I spoke there for Pastor Ashley probably 2 or 3 years ago as a part of her women's ministry, and so they were in their I'll say their first location, and so now they're in their new location, and it is excellent. When I tell you, the first location, it was excellent. They did a lot with a little. But it was beautiful. I mean, offices were decorated to a T. And this is what I tell my churches. It doesn't matter the size of your ministry. What matters is that you show your appreciation by taking care of it. All right. And so they're now in a much larger space and it's beautiful. They got a great team that works alongside of them that operates in excellence. And so that's what it's all about. So thank you for on. Let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. All right. Tamika says we use text in church to stay in contact with our guests. What is your advice about that platform? So, in the book, I talk about a strategy to stay connected to church visitors. Again, we want to make visitors guests. So, the strategy to stay connected to them. I personally have not used, well, I have used that service. Let me back up. One of my clients used that service. And so, to be honest with you, they introduced me to it. You know, there's new technology that's coming out all the time. And so this has been a year ago, and they introduced me to it. And so I took a look at it and I actually liked it. I thought that it was a great feature. Now, it is an expensive uh, platform, meaning it requires more of an investment. I shouldn't say expensive because expensive is, relative, right? So it requires more of an investment. So, because it does more, right? So, I'm just talking about the ministries that do not have a current email marketing system and they don't have a strategy in place. I recommend that you get started and to communicate with your membership, with your leaders, that you start out with constant contact. Because one thing I'll tell you from a psychological standpoint is when you experience success quickly with something, you're more apt to stick with it. And so sometimes other systems are a little bit more complex. So there is a sharper learning curve. And so as a result, people can like say, listen, I don't have time to learn all this stuff, so I'm not going to do it. And I don't want that to happen to you. All right. So thank you for that question. Let's see. Let me go back. Um, let's see here. I think I addressed everybody's Lady Reed. Lady Reed said, I want to open one of those decanters on your desk. That is so funny. When I tell you Z Gallery is uh Z Gallery is just a blessing anyway, right? I don't want you guys to think that I'm like a name dropper and all that kind of stuff because I think I got at Home Goods, and I think I got the bell at Staples, so I get stuff from everywhere. So but Z Gallery is a big girl store, and again, those of you that hang out with me, I always talk about I wear big girl shoes. Big girl shoes are like red bottoms, shoes that cost a mortgage payment, right? And so there are times when I splurge and treat myself to big girl purchases. So Z Gallery is that place when you want big girl items. And so they actually had some other crystal items too. Yes. So go check them out, y'all. Go check them out. So stuff. Let me see what else. Um, uh, let's see here. All right. I think I answered all the questions. Let's see here. Thank you guys. One of my prayers, you guys, is Wow, Carrie says they no longer have Z Gallery in Houston. Yikes. Um, oh, D Jackson said, yay. Thank you so much. She says, what program are you using to make your Facebook look so professional? Listen, woo, this program is like birthing a baby. Yes, this program is like birthing a baby. I'll send it out to you guys. It's Switcher Studio. It too is an investment. I want to say it was almost $1,000, I think, but it was worth it to me because I wanted to be able to do lower thirds. I wanted to be able to post comments from Facebook. Do you guys like it? I wanted to be able to put my logos on there, all of that. So that's the system that I am using. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Precious Scott said Pastor J. Patrick is another one that's anointed for church growth. He most certainly is. Uh, Bradford, that is so crazy. He is not. My twin is 6 foot tall, and I'm not 4 feet tall. I am 5 foot. You are going to get the block button on Facebook. Let's see here. We need the book, Cecil Scott. Good stuff. Um, let's see here. Good. So, one of my prayers for the book is that ministries will order this book for their entire ministry teams. When I worked on staff at a church, my onboarding process, the very first day, they required that I read this book by Terry Nance called God's Armor Bearer. And though at the time I didn't have any desire or interest in being an armor bearer, the concept was that they wanted me to understand my role as it related to being an employee or on staff at that church. And it was that I was to help undergird the shepherd of that house. Well, God gave me that. He brought that back to my remembrance. And when I was writing this book, I said, I want this to be a tool that pastors can give to all of their staff, to all of their leaders, to remind them of their role in making sure that everyone that comes through that door has a wow experience. So, book's only $20. Again, go to wowyourguestbook.com, or you can just go to my website, thewareagency.com, and you can get your copy there. All right. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate your prayers and all that I got going on. And I thank you for sharing the broadcast. And like I said, make your way on over to YouTube, the Ware Agency channel, and you'll find my videos over there. Coming shortly, but you'll find them over there. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell on the video if you are, in fact, even watching this at a later time on YouTube. Thank you guys. God bless you.